your expectations for the squad next year? And then at the end, give a seeding in the West where you think they'll be. And we'll start with you, Matt. What do you think?
I think Anthony Edwards is going to improve drastically between years 1 and 2. I think McDaniels is going to as well. I think we're going to see Edwards is going to be a better version of Spida Mitchell, and he's going to make a run at MVP type numbers, averaging about 23, 7, and 6. I think Cat is going to take his game to a whole nother level and pick up the defense even more. I think we have the tremendous role players like Vanderbilt and, well, Rubio won't be here, but
he might be.
Russell and Beasley are tremendous shooters. And we're going to have another summer under Finch, and Rosas is going to make a few good moves. I have very, very high expectations for this team. I think the sky is the limit, to be honest. I'm going to say we're going to be the number 2 seed in the West.
Woo! Wow.
Yep. And I'm not joking.
Gonna make my prediction look like nothing real quick here.
Yeah. No, I really think Edwards is the real deal. I think he's going to be, this might sound crazy, a little bit like LeBron, where he can facilitate, he can create offense. He's so athletic. He can get his own shot. He has the personality.
Sound crazy, but I believe Chris made that exact comparison a few podcasts ago, so it's not that crazy.
Well, anytime.
I don't know if I did. If I did, I might have been crazy. I don't know.
I guess we're all crazy.
I can see the title card on YouTube now, though. Is Edwards the next LeBron?
Yeah,
exactly.
Clickbait.
Chris was talking about how easily he gets to the rim, and it was much like LeBron. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah,
but similar.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
All right, so Matt's got him in the 2 seed in the West. Tim, what do you think?
All right, so it's been quite a ride this year. It's going to be really curious to see how we do with a full camp, full postseason. And any offseason magic that we're able to work out. Unfortunately, I don't know if we don't get the pick, if we don't have too much of a change. I'm going to be a little conservative with my picking here, but I'd say maybe our ceiling, maybe the 5 seed, our floor, maybe the 10th seed. But that's just me being trying to be reasonable. Don't want to let myself down.
Mm-hmm. And then Donovan, what do you think? What are your expectations, and where do you think they finish in the West?
I mean, Timothy, you kind of nailed it. I was around the same 4 or 5 seed at their floor. Definitely should be contending for a play-in game especially what we've seen in the second half of the season here. It's all going to come down to the strides Edwards and McDaniels and these younger guys can make. A lot of these older guys, we kind of know what they already are. If Edwards can just really lock in defensively, because you still kind of see those lapses where he's just standing around looking the other way and his guy back cuts and gets an easy layup. I mean, on a winning team, we can't have plays like that. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see what they work on with the full offseason.
Mm-hmm. Jared, what do you think?
So for the past 3 or 4 weeks, I've been saying 5 seed, so I'm going to stick with my guns on 5 seed. But I will say this, as crazy as it sounds when somebody like Matt will say as high as 2, if we get that pick, I think we have growth to be maybe not the 2 seed, but I think we can go up to 4 or 3. I think that pick can go a long ways. Whether we pick or not, I think is irrelevant, because I think it gives us a bigger trading chip to go big game hunting like I've talked about recently. But the sky is the limit for this team. But as it sits right now, I'm putting us at the 5 seed. I think this team is uber talented. You have 3 stars in D'Lo, Cat, and Anthony Edwards, who should all be all-stars next year. You have some nice depth pieces in Jared Vanderbilt, Jaden McDaniels, and Juancho Hernan Gomez, all guys that can play off the bench. We don't know the status of Rubio yet, but he's kind of the leader of the locker room. So, maybe we see him come back on a team-friendly deal. Maybe we deal him as part of a trade. That kind of stuff will be interesting to look at towards the offseason. But yeah, this team has excelled, and we've been talking about it all since the All-Star break. This team is winning games. They look good. They're young, and they're going to score a lot of points. And I hope we can play enough defense to win enough games. That's my take.
Mm-hmm. Chris, what do you think? Where do we finish in the West?
I mean, man, you guys are really excited. 2, 5, 4, geez. I mean, 6, 7, maybe. I mean, I'd be pretty happy with that. The first year, really, as a winning team, I don't think we can. It's just hard to jump, 25 wins in 1 year. Like, I don't know if that's ever happened. But I mean, I don't see Memphis being better than us. San Antonio's not going to be better. The Pelicans aren't going to, the Kings aren't going to be better. So those are the teams standing between us and the playoffs. The Warriors, what are they going to be when they're healthy? I mean, it comes down to health. Assume everybody's healthy. God, 6 maybe, right around, Dallas and Blazers. I mean, but Dallas has shown that they're not world beaters. Like, they've got a lot of holes on their team. Yeah, I'm gonna say 6, 7, and just be happy with that. I'm gonna say that we're gonna be a team going into the playoffs that top seeded teams aren't gonna want to play though. I mean, we're gonna have 3 guys that can go for 40 any night, maybe 4 with Beasley. I mean, we forget about Beasley, and right before he got hurt, he had like a 15, 20 game stretch where he was averaging 20, 25 points a game, and he had multiple 30-point games in there. Like, that dude can fill it up. Yeah, I'm gonna say 7, 6, 7.
And for my answer, I am kind of in the same boat as you, Chris. I'm not necessarily getting to a 2 like with Matt. And the reason, maybe if we were in the Eastern Conference, maybe.
Yes.
But it's the Western Conference is so stacked. And also, I was looking at like free agents, and obviously players can get traded, but I don't anticipate like Denver to trade one of their big guys, Utah to trade. I don't think Lillard's going anywhere, or McCollum. Like, I mean, Chris Paul's a free agent, but he's getting old. Kawhi's the big one. Conley, I don't think that moves the needle that much. Kyle Lowry there in the East anyway. DeRozan, I don't think that's a huge deal. So I just think there's so many good teams in the Western Conference that I am kind of in the 7-8 kind of realm where you are at as well. I'm optimistic about our team, but I think kind of what we saw kind of in the Boston game. Now, you can take this or leave this, but it does depend if we're hitting shots. Like that's really a big thing. And are we going to be able to hit shots night after night after night? But yeah, like I said, I think we're a playoff team next year. I don't see like the 2 seed. I would love to see it happen if Edwards takes strides and maybe we get the pick. But yeah, I see like a 7 seed. But still, I mean, how much fun is it going to be to contend finally and not have games where we're like basically the end of this season or the middle of this season where we're just losing all the time and not really caring. That's why for me the Jimmy Butler season was so fun, because just we were contending and we were in it. Chris, you got some?
And the good thing is let's say we make the playoffs next year. Like, we're the youngest team in the NBA right now. So we make the playoffs next year. It's like we're trending up. Like, this is going to be the start of what, 5, 6, 7 years of making the playoffs in a row kind of thing. Like, unless some tragedy happens, like we're right on this doorstep of, something really big. So that's what's fun. Like, yeah, 2 seed. I mean, I don't see a reason why we couldn't be the 2 seed in the future. Like, we have, 3 guys that could be all-stars, or at least near that level of talent. currently on the roster, and it's very rare to have two all-stars and not be a significant seed in the playoffs. So, go Wolves.
We're gonna be like the team that you dreamed to be, and that's the Spurs. We're gonna be just like them. We're gonna be in the playoffs every year. We got a 3-headed monster, and we're gonna be just like the team that you want us to be.
Let's do it.